Canelo Alvarez about to walk over. And here. Thank you, guys. Huh?
Calling me now, is it?
I don't know. Hella people's phones are out, so they see something over there.
I might just walk down in.
Yeah, I mean, he has to be on, you know, he has to come this way. So. Let's see it soon. Guys, hit the like button if you like it. It helps the traffic of the video. People know about it. Like button. Appreciate it. Coming through the live here. I don't know. Nobody yet. I don't know. But yeah, thank you guys for watching.
Que tienes, cielito lindo, junto a tu boca. No se lo And Fight Week has ascended on the Strip. Las Vegas, Nevada, Sin City, the excitement, the buzz, the energy, palpable up and down the Strip. It all centers around Mexican Independence Day coming up later this week. And the weekend, highlighted by the trilogy, Canelo Triple G3 from T-Mobile Arena coming up this Saturday night. And it all begins here today. Fight Week officially kicking off in Sin City. We welcome you inside a packed main lobby here at the MGM Grand in Las Vegas, Nevada. Justin Jackson welcoming you to the grand arrivals here for Fight Week. It is Canelo Triple G3 again this Saturday, live on DAZN pay-per-view. We are here to usher in Triple G, Gennady Golovkin, and Canelo Alvarez as the reigning and undisputed super middleweight champion puts all his hardware on the line in a third fight with Gennady Golovkin, the unified middleweight champion of the world. Like I said, a packed main lobby here. The energy, boxing fans have ascended. They are ready to make some noise as they welcome in Canelo and Triple G. Let me hear you, everybody. Let me hear you as we get ready to go for Fight Week. These two fighters, no strangers with one another. The first two fights very close. A lot of animosity has been created with the build-up to this third fight, and it will all happen this Saturday on DAZN pay-per-view.
Triple G fan over here.
Looks like he's a fan of the bloodline with one finger in the air.
Voz de la guitarra mía, al despuntar la mañana.
Somebody should be coming through.
Plans for this fight were announced earlier this year. The kickoff, the launch to the tour up to this week began in late June. They ascended up to LA, New York. They were in Yankee Stadium promoting this fight. And the fight week begins here this afternoon with these grand arrivals. What you're going to be seeing here in a matter of moments, the grand arrival for Gennady Golovkin, the unified middleweight champion of the world. We'll also hear from Gennady Golovkin. We'll see the face-off, the first face-off of the week between these two champions, as Canelo Alvarez will make his arrival into the main lobby here at the MGM Grand. Talk with Canelo as well, and with Matchroom Chairman Eddie Hearn as we get set for this epic week of boxing. Not just with the main event, plenty of action on the undercard as well. You'll see Jesse Bam Rodriguez defend his super flyweight title against Israel Gonzalez. We'll also see the first pro title opportunity for guys like Diego Pacheco, Austin Emma Williams in action, Gabriel Zotto, some young up-and-comers, Mark Castro, Anthony Herrera, Aaron Ponte. But it all culminates with this main event between Canelo and Triple G. Again, no love lost between these two as they get ready to go for a third fight in this trilogy series. Canelo, Triple G, the grand rivals about to begin now. Let's toss it inside the ring here in the main lobby of the MGM Grand with Dave Diamante.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon and welcome to the lobby of the MGM Grand here in Las Vegas, Nevada, USA. Let me tell you something. It's big fight week here in Vegas, and it just hits different. There's nothing like it in the world. And Saturday night, live on DAZN pay-per-view at the T-Mobile Arena, Mr. Eddie Hearn of Matchroom Boxing, in association with Canelo Promotions and Triple G Promotions, are proud to present the trilogy. Canelo versus Triple G 3. 12 rounds of boxing scheduled for the undisputed super middleweight championship of the world. Set to make his grand entrance at this time. Saturday night, he'll be stepping into the ring for his 26th world title appearance. He holds the highest knockout ratio in middleweight championship boxing history, and Saturday night, he looks to avenge his one lone defeat. Fighting out of and proudly representing his home of Karaganda, Kazakhstan, ladies and gentlemen, the 2004 Olympic silver medalist and the reigning and unified middleweight champion of the world, Gennady Gennadievich Golovkin, Triple G!
Gennady Golovkin coming up to the stage here at the MGM Grand, the main lobby. He greets his fans. Gennady, welcome to Las Vegas.
Thank you guys. Good to see you. Good to see you again.
This is your third trip to Vegas for a fight. The previous two fights have been these prior two matches with Canelo Alvarez. What memories have stayed with you from those two prior trips to this city?
I have a great memory. You know, like I lost my first two fights, so I have a great memory. Come on, guys. I'm very happy to be here again. Good to see you again, guys.
Let's go!
This will be your first fight at 168 pounds. How have you been feeling with the extra weight?
You know, like same, probably the same. It's only a couple of just maybe 1, 2 more dinners, you know, more burgers, more tacos. You know,
One or two more dinners per night, or what?
per night, more extra tacos, not 3 like 5 tacos.
There you go. I know you've said in the past you are comfortable knowing and believing that you feel you won the first two fights. But what would a win on record against Canelo mean to you?
No, this is not just only for me, just for sport. Just I want to bring back, boxing position, bring back. Just, I want to clean sport. I'm just huge boxing fan. Come on, guys, I want to bring back position.
Give it up for Gennady Golovkin, everybody. The unified middleweight champion of the world. Here's a look at some of the action coming up on the zone.
Triple G! Underneath.
I'll get rid of this. Yeah, my ass is not. I can't even see you right now. Oh, my second.
Exciting times right now. He's fighting here a lot of momentum and rising all summer fields. But how do you describe the excitement for the first couple of days of fighting?
It's one of the great fights between two modern day, two icons of that generation in boxing. The undisputed super middleweight world champion, the unified middleweight world champion. Two of the best fights you've ever seen. You're about to see the best one on Saturday night. I've never seen Canelo Alvarez train with such intensity and desire. But Gennady Golovkin, I think up at 168 is really suited. And I think there's something inside Gennady Golovkin that says, this is the last big role of the night for me. I have to win this fight. And even if I will take a step backwards in that ring, honestly, I think we'll see the best of the three on Saturday.
The brings question to mind here. There is authentic animosity between these two. You always see that with each fighter as they build up for their respective fights. From someone in your position, have you noticed the difference in behavior or attitude from either gentleman?
Yeah, you see, they're going to come head to head here in a minute. And the first couple of head to heads, you saw it from Canelo Alvarez. He's coming off a defeat. There's a lot of pressure on Saul this weekend. Coming off that big old defeat, he wants to make a statement. And Gennady Golovkin looks great. I think, as I said, up at 168 is going to really, really help him. And both guys don't like each other. Canelo makes that pretty obvious. Gennady sometimes makes it obvious, but that's to the media. And we want to see them go at it this week, because this means a lot. Canelo Alvarez made it clear he wants to end the career of Gennady Golovkin on Saturday. And I think Gennady Golovkin is going to be very difficult to beat this weekend. I don't think the fight goes 12 rounds, but I think both guys are not going to take a step backwards. It's going to be ferocious, it's going to be spiteful, it's going to be brutal. And I think this fight's going to go backwards and forwards and give us all great entertainment.
What we want here in this third fight, for you, what does this mean? How special is this to have this event kick off a big fourth quarter for Maximum 2022?
It's just a small company businesses, and we're living in Greenland here. As a kid, you watch these fights with Mayweather and other greats who beat grand rivals at the MGM lobby. This is the hub of boxing here. This is the pinnacle of the sport. To see two icons collide this weekend and to be promoted into that great team match of boxing and the great journey we've been on this summer. You know, coming up obviously this weekend, next weekend we're in Nottingham. You know, then all of a sudden we've been back there, one of the biggest fights we've ever done in the UK. Then we're in Bristol for our first ever Australia show. Then we're in Mexico, then we're back in London on the 29th. Then we're in Abu Dhabi for one of the best cards we've ever put on. Bibbo against Ramirez, then we're in Cleveland. You know, then we're going back to London and hopefully Asia here at the end of the year. The schedule's incredible, but we've got to soak it up, we've got to enjoy the moment, and we've got to thank our blessings every day to say we're here in one of the greatest fights I think we've ever seen.
Mention Dimitri Bivol name. We know that last time Canelo Alvarez fought in the city, he fell to Dimitri Bivol back in May at T-Mobile Arena. Coming off a loss, how do you think that angle may fuel Canelo?
I think it's going to fuel him a lot. You know, some of his teams said when he lost to Mayweather, he came back with so much spite against Angulo. I think you're going to see the same spite this weekend. He's got to be careful because this isn't Angulo. This is a guy that can really, really punch. You know, he's got a granite chin, you know, he's a tremendous boxer as well. But I think that Canelo's going to come into this ring with a lot of spite, with a lot of desire. Don't forget, you know, the rivalry exists between these two, but also the undisputed super middleweight championship on the line. Canelo worked very hard to win those belts. He wanted to defend them with pride at the weekend, and Artie Golovkin had his own chance, not just to have his say in the trilogy, but to become undisputed champion himself, something that he's longed for a long time.
When people are picking a winner for this fight, he is range. He's often talked about. They believe it's a factor now because Gennady has reached the next number of 40. Why do you think age doesn't matter?
I just think moving to 68, you know, he's been 160 for 15, 16 years making championship weight. You saw that in the Morata fight, that starts to take its toll. I think he's going to be a lot more sturdy, more solid. I think he's going to have a much greater engine at 168 as well. Gennady Golovkin's made a tough stuff. Yeah, 40 years of age, but at the end of the day, this is a true warrior of the sport. Tremendous fighter, one of the greats of our generation. And it means so much to him. So I think something inside his heart and his soul will mean that he'll leave everything in the ring on Saturday night. And Canelo will come with everything. You know, he's not interested to try and win this fight on points. He wants to knock Gennady Golovkin out. And he'll only be happy if you do so, does so. As I said, because of that mindset, I don't see this fight going 12 rounds. I don't worry about the age of Gennady Golovkin. I just can't wait to be ringside and watch two greats collide.
As we await the arrival of Canelo here, we're going to have a face-off, the first face-off of the week. You've seen plenty of face-offs between these two, and I pay attention to you because your eyes, they go back and forth. What do you look for when you're facing off?
I just love it. I'm just a fan in the middle of these two greats, you know, and I can't believe I'm there, so sometimes I smirk because I can't believe I'm standing there. You know, to see those guys up close, to see what it means to them, to look in their eyes, you know, basically their souls, look at each other, knowing that in a few days they will go to war in front of the world to settle this trilogy for the Undisputed Championship. It's amazing to stand there and watch, to see what it means to them. And they're two class guys, but they want to win so bad, and they want to win by knockout. And whatever's said in the build-up from either side, trust me when I say both are desperate to win. You know, we're looking in their eyes for the first three face-offs in 2 weeks.
No, not far away, we're here. He's in room, coming in from his hotel room, T-Mobile Arena. We've seen plenty of big moments, obviously with this head-to-head series, but big moments overall. What excites you about having these boxing events in an arena like this?
Las Vegas is, you know, the pinnacle of boxing. Every fighter dreams of being part of a massive event. But don't forget the undercard this weekend. It's the best undercard we've put together for a Canelo Alvarez fight since we've been involved with him. You know, Jesse Rodriguez, fighter of the year, defending his world title against Israel Gonzalez. It's a tremendous fight. Ali Akhmedov, part of the Gennady Golovkin team against Gabe Rosado. That's an absolute war in the making. Ammo Williams against Kieran Conway, Mark Castro. Even earlier on in the card, so many great fights. Diego Pacheco had a great fight as well. From top to bottom, the best card we've put together. I think this is the night of the year for boxing this Saturday. And to do it in Las Vegas is very special.
Back on the card, understatement, really. We're ready for the match with Kevin Andy. Joining us as we await the arrival of Canelo Alvarez. We will be right back to hear the news. What's coming up for Match with the
And now, ladies and gentlemen, set to make his grand arrival. Sabanote steps into the ring for his 23rd world title appearance as he looks to defend his historic super middleweight status. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the former super welterweight champion of the world. Please welcome the former middleweight champion of the world. Please welcome the former light heavyweight champion of the world. And please welcome the reigning, defending, and the first ever and only undisputed super middleweight champion of the world, presentando de Guadalajara, Jalisco, México, el orgullo del pueblo mexicano, Saul Canelo Alvarez.
Yo sé bien que estoy afuera, pero un día que yo vuela, sé que tendrás que llorar. Las que no me quisiste, pero vas a estar muy triste, y así te vas a quedar. Una piedra del camino me enseñó el destino de la verdad. Canelo Alvarez, the undisputed super middleweight champ of the world. Welcome to Las Vegas. Back here at the MGM Grand, and Eddie and I were talking about it before. It's not often we see you with a lot of drama in your opponents in the build-up to a fight. You have that here. How have you used the dislike for denying the few you here in the training?
No, la verdad es que voy a hablar en español porque pura gente mexicana aquí. Para estar enfocado 100% y dar una gran pelea, y la verdad es que estoy más enfocado que nunca por regresar fuerte.
So I'm always 100% focused on whatever fight I go into. So that's why I have my head on everything, to be 100% focused on this fight. What will the outcome of Saturday mean to you and your legacy?
No, es una pelea muy importante para mi legado, es una pelea muy importante para mí, para la gente que la quería ver. Y obviamente estoy muy contento de estar aquí, entregarles una gran pelea a la gente, de seguir en este tipo de peleas, para mí es muy importante.
It's really important for me this type of fight, my legacy and all these people that are here. So I'm really hoping I can put a good show for the people that come here. And we know this is the first fight at 116 pounds between you and Gennady. He says he's eating more tacos.
these days, what different challenges might a 160-pound Golovkin present?
No lo sé, lo veremos el sábado. La verdad es que no lo sé, lo que estoy enfocado en lo que yo voy a brindar de por adelante, pero lo que él va a brindar, pues él solo lo sabe. Yo vengo preparado para mi Golovkin y el sábado van a ver una gran pelea.
So I don't know, we'll have to wait on Saturday to see what happens there. I know that I'm preparing for the best Gennady Golovkin, but I'm going to see what I can put on that fight. We'll have to see on Saturday, see what he brings.
And once again, Mexican Independence Day coming up on Friday, Mexican Independence Day weekend. Can you describe how special it is to be able to fight on these occasions?
No, para mí es muy especial representar a mi país en estas fechas tan importantes. Agradecido con el apoyo de todos ustedes. Y espero que disfruten de un gran fin de semana de la independencia de México.
Important days like this, and I hope that I put on a really good show on Mexican Independence Day on Saturday for my fans from Mexico.
Now, again, welcome to Vegas. Have a great rest of the week.
Muchas gracias. Gracias a todos por venir. Gracias.
Canelo Alvarez, everybody. Gennady Golovkin. The fight week has begun here in Vegas, and we have plenty of more. That's the ceremony for the rest of this week.
Sé que tenías que llorar. Dirás que no me quisiste, pero vas a estar muy bien sin mirar. A ver si siempre no te vienes. Pero hay que saber cuidar. Con dinero y sin dinero, así ando pero si no sé.
It's always we're fucking giving away so much money. Oh, this music. No. I want to get Canelo.
Do you know Yonder went?
Oh.
Como la lluvia desde la grama, como dejaba en la zampa.
Welcome to Fight Week.
You guys know if they're doing anything with us tomorrow?
Come on.
I just saw it said media day.
Yeah, you're right though. We might as well be in there.
Yeah, I don't even follow up. So Ryan.
Music plays in the flag or something. I always get flagged for this subject. Fuck. You've gotten flagged during these? Yeah.
Depends on how good the mariachi is.
Well, no, they're not playing. I think it's
It's a song now. Oh, yeah. No, we're screwed for sure then.
I don't even want to ask questions.
Well, we can get questions in.
Yeah, but it's not going to be monetized.
If we're loud enough, we'll be all right. We just got to be loud.
Well, he has to be loud.
He has to be loud.
And he doesn't speak loud.
Get in his face. I make lemons out of.
Yeah, you got a screen for him. There you go. What is it?
All right, brother. I'll see you out there, man. Awesome. Thank you. Thanks. Oh, okay. It's,
Sorry.
Okay. Yeah, no problem. Okay.
Sorry, you're gonna go that way. No, he needs to be out. You're out.
Okay.
Now.
Vamos, Canelo.
Back up. Give him room. Thank you.
¡Arriba, Canelo! ¡Vas a ganar! ¡Canelo! ¡Canelo!
Venga, Canelo, venga. Eres el mejor, Saúl.
¡Canelo!
Eres el mejor, hombre. Eres el mejor, Canelo.
¡Canelo! Una foto conmigo.
Saúl, la firma, por favor, Canelo. Saúl, por favor, Canelo.
A ver, mi gente, una bulla para
That one gets it.
Anything? Just Canelo signing. You were in that.
No, they're in.
They had it with trilogy with John Jones.
You're talking. Good. I'm gonna go to those Apex fights tonight.
It's a good one.
Oh, that's cool. Cal Artist Sports right here with Tom Loeffler. Man, the face-off, the first one of the week, got a little, I don't know, it was tense, but it was still like, I think it's just time for business, right?
It's civil now. Definitely a lot of tension there, especially on the Canelo side. But it's good to see them face off. Anytime there's a Triple G Canelo fight up here in Las Vegas, it's a huge event. You know, we had the third highest gate in boxing history in the first fight, and you know, these guys, they bring out global fan bases. You know, and it's a huge event. It's tense up there, but they know. At least Triple G knows it's business. You know, it's a business, it's a sport. Good to see you. It's a sport for him, and I think he has to prove in the third fight that take another judge's hands. You know, I was saying before in the interview that, you know, Canelo always seems to get 2 points his way, regardless of whether it's a Vivo fight, a Triple G fight, whatever it is up here in Las Vegas, and that's why he likes fighting up here. I don't blame him, but you know, hopefully the judges don't score every close round for Canelo like they have in the past, and the best result would be at 168 if Triple G can take it out of the judges' hands and then with a stoppage, and then we won't have to worry about the judges.
I was going to ask, what does Triple G have to do to make sure, like, but you said it's just to get out of the judges. Is 168-pound Triple G bringing the power up with him?
I've been wondering that over the first two fights. What does Triple G have to do to win a decision in Las Vegas against Canelo? But, you know, look, he's very strong at a Drake training camp. He's training with Jonathan Banks, his whole team, Chris Camacho, James, who's the chef, and just everyone on his team has worked out really well. And he's in really good shape, even though he's 40. And anyone that turns 40 is not the same as being 20 or 30. But if anyone can do it at 40, Triple G can do it. He's always lived very clean. He never hangs out, doesn't drink alcohol, anything like that. Always a good family man. So at 40 and at 168, which is going to be a stronger weight for Triple G, I think you'll see an even stronger Triple G.
Is there any, just being the history with your guys' fights, Triple G versus Canelo, is there any different drug testing involved other than the standard kind of WBC one and the one that the Nevada does?
We've had the same in the past with Nevada. Nevada is involved, and then Nevada Commission has their testing as well. Nevada is what had suspended Canelo in that second fight. So we have faith in them, and the testing that's led up to this fight. Triple G's come off a good performance against Murata in Japan, unified the titles over there, and Canelo's coming off of a loss. So if you look at all the factors involved, even though Triple G turned 40 and Canelo waited until he turned 40, I still think that Triple G has momentum and the motivation to try to make right those judges' scorecards in the first two fights.
What does Triple G take from the Bivol fight that he can implement into this third fight with Canelo?
Triple G, I think, put the blueprint out there in the first fight, how to beat Canelo. HBO, who's neutral, scored it 8-4 for Triple G, and that's how I had it scored, so it didn't seem like it should have been a controversial decision. And even with 8 rounds, he still came away with a draw. And one judge even gave 10 rounds to Canelo, which was, I don't know if there has ever been an explanation for that. But, not dwelling on the past, it's just Triple G has to make a big impression on the judges' scorecards. I think Bivol did a great job in pushing Canelo back, landing clear punches when Canelo was against the rope. Bivol you got to give him credit, he was very accurate. He had the long punches, and he made Canelo go backwards. And I think he probably looked at the first fight with Triple G and Canelo, and then Triple G can look at that fight with Bivol, since that was Canelo's last fight, and he has to do something similar. He has to push Canelo back and land clean punches. The thing with the Triple G and Canelo fights, it was such a high boxing IQ, where Triple G landed a lot of inside shots and short shots that the judges might not have somehow conveniently missed, but Bivol landed pretty big shots, which would be hard to miss, and that's how I think he was able to get the decision in that last fight.
Do Canelo and Triple G, when the Hall of Fame calls in 10, 15 years or whatever it is, do they bury the hatchet after all this and kind of Barrera Morales style, or are they kind of maybe Hagler Leonard, maybe not really liking each other for as long as time it is?
I don't know if they'll ever be friends, but look, both guys have accomplished a tremendous amount in their careers. Both guys need each other to put these type of big fights on. We did over 1 million pay-per-view buys for the first 2 fights, and so Canelo needs Triple G for those numbers, and Triple G needs Canelo for those numbers, and also for the ticket sales. Especially Triple G being such a global star, international with TV and things of that nature. So they definitely complement each other and their 2 different fan bases. So, like I said, I don't know if they'll be friends, but I think Triple G respects what Canelo's accomplished in the ring. At some point, I would imagine when there's no Triple G fights on the table for Canelo, he probably will do the same. But we'll see. There's only one way to find out. I've been with Ray Leonard and with Hagler, and they've come to terms, and even with Ali, and when he came to terms with Joe Frazier and Foreman, and so hopefully that's like you said, 10, 15 years down the road,
maybe.
But we'll see. You never know how that turns out.
Right. Tom, thank you so much for the time, man. Tell the fans where they can follow you, and also follow the 360 shows that are coming up. Callum's fighting again, right?
Yeah, Callum Walsh is fighting November 3. We just announced his opponent today, Dylan Parsley, who's 13-1. So you have a 4-0 Callum Walsh going up against a 13-1 fighter. So we're excited about that. It'll be Callum's first 8-round fight. And then don't forget, on the undercard here, this is a great pay-per-view show coming up on Saturday night. Eddie put together the Bam Rodriguez fight as a co-feature. That's great. He's become a fan favorite. And then, with Triple G Promotions, Ali Akhmedov fighting Gabe Rosado, who's also a name linked to Triple G. And Gabe's been in a lot of wars, a lot of great fights, world title fights. He just beat Beck the Bully, coming off of a win there. So he could easily be a spoiler for some of these young guys coming up. Ali Akhmedov trained with Triple G. He trained with Jonathan Banks, had the same training team. So we expect great things from Ali, and this could be a huge launching platform for his career as well.
Can't wait to see you, man. Thank you so much, Tom. Appreciate you.
Thanks, Steve.
Thank you, brother. Good seeing you. Yes, sir.
We're interviewing right there. He looks so familiar, but is it a boxer?
Yeah, he fought them.
Oh shit. Maybe I was gonna say it looks familiar.
Yeah, that's probably where you know him from. He fought them. Such a sexy bastard. Where'd you get in? Huh? We'll just smoke it. Yeah. We'll do it the real way. Huh?
You do much later?
Well, I know. We're staying somewhere off the strip. Wow.
First of all, one thing I would like
Trapped.
So what's the max weight class that you would fight someone in?
154 or 160.
Not bigger than not more than 2.
I fought Canelo at 154.
I don't know.
I lost maybe I'll fight 2 at 154. Yes.
That's how I've been trying to do. Yes. I'm trying to put on the boxing event, raise funds for the community. To a 4-week program, educational program that we ran when I was a student at USC. So I boxed at UC Santa Barbara, boxed at 146 and a half. But yeah, I'm also looking for any opportunity. So if you're looking for a bout or looking for someone just to get ready, no problem. I need to earn as well. Yeah, of course.
Got time, Liam?
Go on, mate.
Yeah, thank you, brother. Appreciate it.
Quick though, not that long.
Yeah, for sure. Steve McGuinness, Carol Artist Sports. We're here with Liam Smith. Man, it's the grudge match. You know, the end of the trilogy. Did you see anything with that face-off? I mean, it was tense, but it's kind of like it's time for business, right?
Yeah, of course. And then you can see there's needle between both fighters. So more so Canelo. The Canelo doesn't like Triple G, and that'll be interesting to see on Saturday night.
How do you think Canelo's power has improved since? Because he fought you a lot lighter, right? That was like 3 weight classes ago, or 2 weight classes ago now. Yeah.
He's put muscle on. He's put size on, and he's always been a solid puncher. Not a huge puncher, but he's always been a solid puncher, and he's always got every opponent's respect when he fights. So This is back at 168 where he's probably a bit more comfortable.
Why do you think it is that his body just maybe kind of filled into 160, 168 to feel like he kind of hit harder the heavier he got?
It didn't fill in that way. It filled in that way. He's still right. He's a special fighter to compete at 168 and 175 while you're 5'9" or 10. It takes a special fighter, special skills, and he is that.
I want to ask, man, just because great boxing mind. Spence versus Crawford. Hopefully we get that right. Hopefully we get it this year. How does the southpaw on southpaw battle play out? Because no one likes fighting a southpaw, right? So they're both going to have to deal with it.
They're both world-class fighters, so I think who gets it right on the night. Terence Crawford can go orthodox also, but that's a fight that has to be made because they're two of the top 10 pound-for-pound fights in the world, probably top 5 pound-for-pound in the world. So that needs to happen.
You lean one way or the other on that one?
I'm not sure on that one. I'm really not. Two great fighters. I couldn't pick a winner on that one.
And lastly for me, man, obviously Fury's talking about fighting AJ at the end of the year. Is being that UK fans are really hardcore boxing fans, would they prefer that over the Undisputed, or is it kind of either or?
No, either or, but regardless, both sell. Both sell 80,000 fans in the stadium, numerous pay-per-views, both sell very well.
Who do you got in that one?
Probably head toward Fury.
Fury. Who do you got with Fury Usyk? Fury. All right. Liam, thank you so much, brother. Appreciate your time. Thank you.
All right, guys, thank you.
I will do my best.
We're wrapping up.
Okay, I'll get that. Yeah, no problem. That's over. It's the same, right? Yeah. Excuse me, guys. Alright guys, that's it. We're cooking this out, so appreciate you guys watching. Thank you very much, and we'll see you guys tomorrow for something. I don't know what's going on, some press conference or something about it. Thank you guys for watching. Much appreciated.